All right, welcome back to Law Speaks 100th episode. We got another guest here, go by the name of Rodis. Introduce yourself to the people of Law Speaks one more time, bro, and let them know what's up with you.
Hey, Law Speaks. What up, people? What up, fans? This Rodis. I'm coming through for the Hondo. I'm from the Hornets, and I'm just showing love to the homie.
That's what's up, man.
I'm the host of the Rodis Live podcast, and I do music. I'm an author. I got a lot of stuff going on, but nothing like this man right here.
Right, he done added some more titles since the last time we had him on here, because we was talking about notable people with the podcast, and I guess we would call Rodis the viewer's choice.
What?
Because we got about 3 artists that were actually, where the viewers basically, they just tuned in. The numbers were crazy. The numbers were just, were higher than the normal episodes.
Like, okay.
So Rodis had one. Rodis had one. I had Red Ashes was next, and Rich Bands was next too. And then Loko Da Lunatik, the promo, the anticipation for his episode was high.
Okay, man. I just want to say I'm happy that I can contribute to the episode and the podcast any way that I can. 100 episodes is a milestone, and it's not easy.
Right, not at all, bro. And I appreciate you for stopping by, man, because I know a lot of your fans actually tuned in. When you was on the podcast, a lot of your fans, like that's when my subscribers grew, when your fans tuned in.
Oh, okay, that's what's
up. So I know I did grab a little bit of your fans, because I noticed that the subscribers went up and everything when after you went on, and then everybody kind of followed suit with you, because you kind of introduced people to us a little bit. Yeah. So of course, I had to get you on the 100th episode.
Man, I appreciate that, man.
I had to get you to come through time.
Huh?
You got new things going on, because you just released a book. Is it a bestseller yet, or is it just a book out there?
In the eyes of Amazon, it ain't a bestseller, but it's moving. But as far as me selling the books, off my website and pop-up shops and hustling and all of that, I done sold maybe like 400 books.
Oh, okay. And that's independently, right?
Yeah, independently.
Just off your hustle and grind, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what's up? Basically, what I do if I post a book, or if I post any type of story or anything, if I see the people online, I say, hey, look, I got a book out. It got some gems in it. That's all I say. I just leave an open-ended question. And then when they say, where can I get the book?
Right.
I send them the link to the autographed copy.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. For the record, y'all, I got an autographed copy and I read it. It got some good quotes in there, y'all.
I appreciate that.
Mind sharing one of your favorite quotes from the book? Like one of your, give us one of the motivational ones. Okay, give us a motivational one and then the favorite one.
Okay, let me see. My favorite one is fear is a demon. Stop scheming. Praise God. That's my favorite.
Okay.
And my motivational one is hard work doesn't go in vain. Get the bag, stay in your lane.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So my thing is this, like anybody trying to do something, if you can add value to whatever somebody else trying to do, I think that that's a good thing. I'm high on karma and energy. And one thing that I don't believe in, people be saying, oh, this person stole my idea. This person did this person did that. At the end of the day, that person got to deliver. So stop being a whiner and just stick to what you got to do.
Right. Just stick to what you got. Stick to what you got to do. Yeah. Because if you came up with the idea that there's always, you get another one coming to your head, man. There's always fresh ones, fresh ideas.
Right.
Like
the
even
work
with
got to be
million
done.
Podcasts out there.
Huh?
even with it being a million podcasts out there, you know, a lot of us sometimes we do the same topics.
Right.
So it's like, how you gonna put your spin on it, and you gonna do it?
That's all it is. I think that all you could do is be yourself and just be the best version of yourself. That's it. And be consistent.
Right. So since you brought that up, man, we're gonna speak on the consistency though, man. So with your podcast, I see, correct me if I'm wrong, you was like the top 1.5 or something percent.
I'm in the top 0.5%.
Okay, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
globally.
That's Google. So that's global, or that's for like
that's
Google?
That's globally.
Oh, okay.
That's globally. So out of 3 million some podcasts, I'm close.
Oh, so you basically at the top, and is that from like one platform, or is that from the multiple platforms that it's on?
That's from the multiple platforms that it's on. That's just the combined from all the platforms.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
I try to network with other podcasters, like go on their lives and add value. I try to share their episodes, and a lot of the real ones, they'll share your episodes, so they fans, they'll tap in, you know, and my fans will tap in, and so on, you know.
Right. So y'all like gravitate toward everybody fans, basically.
Well, like, you know, if I don't like an episode, I'm not sharing it. Or
okay.
If I don't share, it's just because I probably didn't get around to it. Not having a big head or nothing like that, but you know, I don't want to send nobody to an episode that I don't think they might like.
Right. So you wanna share the ones that you think people will like, or at least you don't want something that you don't agree with. Like, don't just share if that's for the sake of sharing it.
Right. So if it's any type of controversy, I don't want no people inboxing or emailing or messaging somebody and I sent them there. And then I damn sure don't want them to be emailing me about some shit that I had nothing to do with.
Oh, trust me, I know about stuff like that, because I didn't have a couple episodes that people took some things out of context, and I have to come back and explain, like, okay, what I really meant was, you know.
You know, like when I be having confrontational topics, I try to have somebody on there to be the representative for that argument or that statement, you know?
Right, because I know, well, I think the only episodes that people really got into their feelings about with me was when I mentioned religion. Religion is a very sensitive topic. So, you know, a lot of people, they like when I had the one where it was like the unwed parents versus the church, and people thought I was saying, oh, well, these people was judging me and I was some type of way. I'm like, no, I was saying why I didn't let them judge me. So I had to, it's like, it was almost like a battle between, you know.
Right, you was just speaking from your perspective.
Right, so a lot of people take it out of context, I feel.
If you would have had a pastor on there, you would have been good.
Right, yeah, that would have, yeah. I'm still going to get a pastor on this podcast for the record. For the record, we gonna get one on. Matter of fact, my cousin is a pastor. My cousin is my pastor, so I'm
okay.
Definitely gonna get him on here.
Matter of fact, I got a pastor coming on my show July 6th.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he was supposed to come on tonight, but you know, I told him, hey, I gotta reschedule. I gotta come through my man's spot. We gotta do it some other time.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you dropping by, celebrating this milestone with me. Because you know that from the beginning. So since you was the first artist to send music, we gotta touch on your music again.
Okay.
So you got anything new coming out?
Yeah, I do got something new coming out. I don't got no title for it, but I love the music. So I'm just focusing on the art and the business part of it. I really got the marketing stuff down pat. I've been talking to my fellow podcasters, and they all over the world, all different parts of the country. I believe in reciprocity, so like they look out for me, I look out for them. or I even, get them something to let me come on there and be able to come and talk about my music on their platform. So I got an album coming out. It'll be out in the fall.
This fall?
This fall. It's
Okay.
gonna be 300 limited edition vinyls. So I'm gonna have bundles as well. I'm gonna have a CD bundle, which includes the CD, an autograph poster, and a T-shirt. Then I'm gonna have a vinyl bundle with the vinyl, autograph poster, and a T-shirt. And then I'm gonna have a combo bundle with the CD, the vinyl, the download card, an autograph poster, and a T-shirt. So the prices will be $50 for the CD bundle, $75 for the vinyl bundle, and the combo bundle will be $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And knowing you, you're gonna sell all that off your website, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it off my website.
I mean, I know.
Mm-hmm. But I'm in talks with getting distribution because I sold 100 copies of my last album like in 3 days.
Okay, are you talking about the physical copies, or are you talking about like in streams?
The vinyls.
The vinyl. Oh, you sold 100 vinyls.
I sold 100 vinyls.
Oh, so you sold 100 actual. We talking about vinyl records, 100 actual vinyl. We ain't talking about CDs.
No, records.
Flash drive. You talking about the actual vinyls? You sold 100 of them.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even know people even buying vinyls like that, man. To be honest with you,
man, it's a good listening experience. Like Music Reborn, it'll sound good on vinyl. I think you can't skip no records, and it just play all the way through. That's one of them albums that I think that can play all the way through. I'm not trying to focus on the logistics or whatever, but I'm just saying, if I stream an album and I like it,
right,
I buy the vinyl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was just the reason why I brought that up because I see a lot of vinyls now, but I don't know how the sales for a vinyl would actually go, like when people actually buy vinyls, because like
man, they're buy vinyl before a CD.
See, yeah, I just learned something. That's why we get that's why we have like artists and other things on here, to drop that knowledge.
Right. So vinyl is expensive. So like major indies, I see them pressing up maybe like 1,000 if they really major indie, and if they just indie, maybe 100. But I'm gonna press up 300.
Okay.
So I believe in the music. The music, it don't sound like nothing. It don't sound like nothing else.
Right.
All
right. So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. So the first song you sent us, I believe, was Ceasefire.
Right.
Now, with all the stuff going on in the city, right?
Right.
Would you ever like revisit that record and actually make an actual video for it, or are you just gonna leave us to stream it?
You know what? I think I actually made a video for it, but I think it's just like pictures, but I don't remember the link, but I might revisit it or something, like, well, I could tell you. So like for the promo for the new record, for the new album, it's gonna be I got a lot of behind the scenes footage, like actually in the studio, some of my homies and stuff coming through, just regular people that I grew up, that I've been knowing all my life, who be treating my life, who be treating my music, who just brutally honest, and I respect and value them as friends. Yeah, I got my nephews and the kids, so that's what's up.
Oh, okay. So you actually, when you say you got like behind the scenes for this, so you actually got somebody like following you with a camera, like the Kanye documentary thing, where they literally following you with a camera, like documenting everything you're doing for the album?
So shout out to Cootie and Shike. Cootie, that's one of my frat brothers. He told me that I could just get a GoPro and save all the footage. Well, I actually got a GoPro and I just cut it on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So it's like a self documented thing.
Right. So it's basically, I'm a motherfucker. I don't know how to cook. We just gonna say that. I don't know how to cook, but I do. I don't know how to cook. I'm like, look, I got all the ingredients right here. Make me a motherfucking cake.
Right.
I want a caramel cake out this bitch.
Okay, I feel you on that. I feel you on that, bro. Yeah, I like that. So like to document it and everything. So, with your podcast, you on like episode 77 or something like that, right? 77, 78?
So episode 78 came out on Monday. Episode 79 will be out. I'm trying to debate, should I drop it Friday or should I drop it next week? More than likely,
I'm about to say,
me.
well, I give you a tidbit, bro. By the time this episode drop, that episode will be out by then.
Right, I know. But hey,
so yeah.
You ain't making water at Lost Speaks, you making wine.
So yeah, because it's on episode, so we a little ahead of schedule this time, but that's okay.
What's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, we gotta kind of be ahead because I gotta make sure that episode's right at least. But with all the episodes that you actually have in, man, like what have you learned from podcasting so far?
What I learned from podcasting is so you want to know what I learned or what I would advise a new podcast, or is that a separate question for later?
You can put them all together, but make it simple.
Okay, what I learned about podcasting is that everybody borrows, so you can't get upset. Once you put it out, it's out. But like I said, nobody can deliver it the way you do, right. Especially, if your idea was original or whatever. So it don't make sense to get mad. You make your episodes for your audience. So what I do is I look at the feedback from the listeners. And that's how I determine, what I'm gonna do, or, I just make sure that, they like the music. So I'm gonna be like, okay, whatever topic I have, I make sure I have a good topic. I'm knowledgeable about the topic. I make it informative for them. And then I try to put some music to go along with it. And what I notice is that if you have a good form, if you have any type of format, it'll keep people coming back.
All right.
What I would advise a new podcaster, they probably want to get into podcasting because they listen to podcasts. So what I would advise them to do is do the research on what they need. That was one of my problems. I didn't know about Zoom, but shit, Zoom is your best friend.
I'm about to say, don't feel bad, bro, because I didn't know too much about it either. But
Zoom,
that's a whole other story.
Zoom and a calendar is your best friend. Before you start, try to stay 6 episodes ahead. So record 6 episodes just in case you gotta go out of town for a month and do a show. If you're on the road, you could write, you could still create. You know what I mean? Right. I use an outline. I keep a calendar. I try to just do what I feel from the heart, and I study the episodes. So it's cool to have people on your podcast because that brings variety. Plus whatever value that they add to the show, that's gonna be good. But at the end of the day, the people, they come to the show to listen to you. They come to listen to Terrell and Lenore. At least I do.
Right.
I don't care who on there. Whoever on the show, that's just a bonus for me.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. Because when I actually first started my podcast, I didn't even know what I was doing, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like I knew what I wanted to talk about and I knew what my mission was, but I really just went in there like, look, I'm gonna try this and see how it go.
Right.
And then when I actually recorded, the way I had it in my head ain't how it came out on the first couple of episodes. Like I don't even
Right.
really like the first 6 episodes of this show, to be honest with you. But other people did, so I kept it going. And now we
I
are
think
episode 100.
I think they was pretty solid. Shit.
I mean, you know what's funny?
Funny.
The people actually liked the episode. The first 2 episodes, they really liked. I think Where I Do a Podcast was the first one. The second one was social media, the good, the bad, the cloud chasing. Them 2 was top and trending on Messy.fm. I'm like, okay, so they obviously like what I'm doing, and I'm just speaking on stuff that's been on my mind for the longest time and just threw it out there.
That's dope.
So
That's
it's like
dope.
it was like just go and do it, even though I planned the podcast for a year before I released it.
Oh man, I didn't plan on that shit. So I was
A lot of people
like,
know that I literally sat and actually planned how I wanted to do the podcast. Like I know I wanted to bring awareness to my music, and then I found out there was a lot of artists that didn't have platforms or couldn't afford to get their music on other platforms.
Right.
So that was the whole thing of, okay, I'm gonna make it where I can help myself and other artists as well. So yeah, so I would tell podcasts to try to have a plan at least, like know what you want to bring out before you do it. Don't just turn the microphone, don't turn the audio on and start recording.
Exactly. So like maybe like the fifth episode, I started getting emails from like Apple and Spotify. And they was telling me, hey, you know, your podcast ranked this, your podcast ranked that. But I didn't know this till like the 12th episode. It was like concurrent. And I'm like, damn, who the fuck listening to me? You know.
I'm about to say, you know what's so funny? At 100 episodes right now, I can't even tell you exactly how many listeners I got per episode. I can give you probably an estimate, but I can't tell you in full.
Messi don't have analytics.
No, they for they pay. I think for they pay when they do. But so what I do is I just go to like the different sites. Like I know from Spotify, I know it's like at least I think 68 to 70 per week on Spotify. The website have at least 80 to 100. And so yeah, so I kind of just go around and look at them each separately, each platform.
So like with Spotify, do it give you a percentage or a total number?
It gives a total number
for that episode.
Yeah, for the you know, like basically for like, so I look at the week, basically for like the week.
Okay.
I look at it for the week. So like the last popular episode I had was Until It's Over, the Music Be Born 1 year reunion. That was actually the most popular episode on Spotify.
Okay, because initially, you know, like say the episode that I dropped, the Dia del Padre, which means Happy Father's Day. That shit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you what the heck what that mean, bro?
Yeah, so it means Happy Father's Day.
Oh, okay.
So I just decided to do it in Spanish so it'll be different. Oh, okay. And I got a lot of Spanish people to click on it. You know right. What I'm saying? And that episode is doing better than the last episode I did. But when they listen to that one episode, they go back and start listening to all of them.
Right.
So if you don't do good in 1 week, don't think that you're doing bad. It's
right. Yeah.
They're trying to binge your shit.
That's actually one thing that I had to learn, like when I first started, and then sometimes it's like me not knowing who listening sometimes, but then I would get random messages or run to people outside like, hey man, I like that episode that you did this week. And at first I thought he was just saying that because I did the podcast, but he told me the music I had on the episode. He's like, I don't remember the song, but there was a song you played with this couple, they were singing. He was talking about Charismatic and Unique Soul song Proud. And he just added the episode of what I said. I'm like, oh, so you did actually listen. Yeah. And there's people that literally tune in every week, but I don't find out later. Like some of my wife's coworkers listen. A bunch of people that I don't know be paying attention. Right.
So well, I can't tell you what to do with Messi, but I have to be somewhere where I can see how I'm doing. Like,
yeah, that's that's the only thing I can't see directly on Messi. So I go to the different. That's why I started when I share the episodes now. That's why I share the website link a lot, so I can track it more. Because that's track it more. Because I mean, yeah, Spotify tracks it, Apple, all them track it, but I can track it better on my website. So I've been tracking the traffic to my website every week, and the website traffic grew from me sharing the podcast from the website.
Right. Yeah, I just start putting my podcast on my website, and it do good. So what I do is I send out email blasts and just let them listen from the link tree, so they could find out wherever, and then they could just listen from the regular website. So I got like 49,000.3K downloads.
That's what's
That's
up.
how many I got. So
I'm about to say, like low key, I could tell how many downloads you got. I'm gonna tell you how I can tell. Because whenever you mention Law Speaks, my views went up the following week.
Man, it's nothing to share. It's nothing.
Yeah, but you know what it is. It's like, okay, well, let's say I'll put you like this. I listen to your podcast, and let's say I hear a dope artist on there, and I like the music. I'm gonna go download their music, go down in the music. So now they got to share off that.
Right.
So it's like, or you put me on, like you put me on Bet the House.
Right.
Like you send one of their episodes to me, I listen. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. So I subscribe to him.
Right.
And then and he mentioned me a couple of times, and some people because of who he is, they come over from him too. So it's like it's a whole continuous domino effect thing. So
So like one thing that I recognize, like being in a podcast game, like I never do an episode, or I've never done like a spinoff of my podcast, like, hey, I got this going on or whatever. So my situation that I got now, I can't really speak on it, but I can't do no lives for my podcast. Because that's looked at like oversaturating the podcast. So if I'm on live, doing something for the podcast 2 or 3 times a week, who the fuck gonna listen to it on Friday when it come out?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing I had to learn as well, as far as because I did one episode on Facebook where I recorded the podcast while I was doing a Facebook Live. First of all, the audio messed up on me, so I had to re-record the audio again.
Wow.
So it's like, I'm like, okay. And then it's like, it wasn't a bad episode. It's just that I felt like maybe that got to be another technique to do that instead of just.
So if you kind of plan it, it'll probably work out better.
Yeah.
So like if you get with whoever you're gonna have on there and tell them that it's actually gonna be a podcast, I don't need you in your motherfucking car. I need your undivided attention.
But you know what's funny? Even when people come interview, they interview in their car. But
that's what's dope. That's what's dope.
Where they at, and then they apologize for it. I'm like, nah, because I like the naturalness. Because I like the naturalness of it. I don't want to, because we're not in the studio, so I like the natural of it. Like in your element, if you in your studio, man, if you on your couch lounging and you got to roll up and you got to roll up.
Right, man. Listen,
like I had Loko Da Lunatik on here. He say, man, you mad if I roll up? I'm like, hey, man, do what you do. Be natural.
Right, shit. I ain't got no motherfucking badge on. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm about to say be natural. At the end of the day, I'm my own boss. Can't nobody come and say, oh, well, you can't do that. This ain't what you're supposed to do. I'm like, this. I own
exactly. The only thing that I say is like, if your analytics from your website is doing good for you, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they doing pretty good. So that's why so I end up putting the music on my podcast website because I realized I had a lot of listeners. I'm like, okay, so what if I center the music where I got people coming to? and that way they can hear my music as well.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
it was like a double thing because it helped. And then I had a couple of artists actually tell me that their streams went up after they was on here. Now, to be honest, I don't know if I had anything to do with that, but if they want to give me the credit, I'm like, okay, I guess.
Man, listen, man, like your podcast, it's a good platform. It's dope, it's busting and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so people gonna listen. Like,
I'm about to say, yeah, because a couple of them said that, man. They came and say, yeah, like, man, after I came on your show, you know, my streams went up a little bit, so go check your analytics because you might got more listeners because my streams went all the way up, like right after I did the interview with you.
yeah.
I'm like, it's about 2 artists that said that.
Yeah, shit.
I'm like, okay.
Man, you'll be surprised. I haven't been playing no independent artist music because everybody too busy. So
yeah, that I mean, yeah.
okay, I got music to play though.
You know what? Okay, okay, yeah, we gonna touch on that real quick. You say everybody too busy, but as an independent artist, man, don't you need exposure? What you mean they too busy to get exposure? Like,
so here's the thing.
How do we get on your show as an artist? Let's talk about that. Like, how do an artist get music on your show?
All they gotta do is email bookingwriters@gmail.com, or they could go to writersonline.net and fill out the booking form. That's it.
Oh, okay. Wait, it's not because you say they too busy. I'm like, well, what if the artists need exposure? Like, there's a lot of artists that need exposure, but you say like how they too busy?
You know what? I think that a lot of artists need a good manager, or they need direction. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
so like for example, like a manager, they can manage the business of the artist and the group. That way it's no personal shit involved. It ain't nothing fucking up nothing. Hey, look, this is our itinerary. We're gonna record this album for 6 months. We're gonna fucking do in-stores for fucking 2 months. And then we're gonna fucking drop the album, and then we're going on tour for this time. You know, even though we understand you got a job and you got, you know, fulfillments with the job, we gonna see what days you got off and you got off, and we still gonna do what we have to do around your schedule. You understand?
I got you.
Like, I'm a teacher, shit. I got the whole month of August off. I'm not gonna be getting paid for August from the job, but I'm damn well gonna be paying my goddamn self.
There you go. So, okay, so were you an artist? So when do you think an artist actually needs a manager? At what level? Because you know that's a big debate about. Okay, man. Well, artists don't need a manager if they at this level, or an artist don't need an investor. They need this. So when do you think an artist at what level do an artist need a manager?
I think that an artist need a manager when they can't manage this motherfucker right here. Where did you go, Ryder?
Yeah, where it go? I don't.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you can't manage your calendar, when you can't manage your motherfucking calendar, that's when you need a manager.
Okay, there you go.
Right. When you can't manage your when you can't no longer manage your fucking calendar, that's when you need a manager.
Right. Okay. Because I know that's a big debate. Like, oh well, I need a manager. Well, you got to have something to manage, and then you know that goes to a whole bunch of other stuff, and like, oh well, you know, paying shows and all that. That goes into a whole nother situation.
Here's the thing. When you're an artist, everything is an investment. Jay-Z gotta pay, Kanye gotta pay, Beyonce gotta pay, Drake gotta pay, everybody gotta pay. That's why they got a budget.
Right.
Everybody pays. As an independent artist, I think that you should just allocate your funds where they most need it. Marketing. So I say this, like, you know, distribution, it was a big thing back in the past, but now you could just pick a distributor. You know your stuff gonna be everywhere. I turn my album in probably at least a month before I say, hey, I got some shit out. I wouldn't announce it early or none of that shit. Once my shit in all the stores and I done did all my interviews and all of that, I'll do one major press release, and I had a link where they could get my shit digital and physical, and shit, I pay somebody to promote that link, the smart link, shit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
and get other artists to share your shit. It's nothing for a share.
yeah, shares are free. Tell people that
Right,
all
but see,
the
the
time.
thing is, some people, they don't genuinely do nothing. And then when it's their time up, they wonder why, damn, why you ain't sharing my shit?
Right.
I
Right.
ain't sharing your shit because, I don't know,
Yeah.
shit, you ain't saying.
I'm about to say some people think you supposed to just share like off principle, like, but you know.
I ain't sharing no whack shit. I ain't doing that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't
People say you
co-signing that shit.
share it off principle just because, like, hey, well, man, I shared all your stuff. Why you don't want to share mine?
I will do that. I will do that.
Oh, okay.
I
Like, so
don't
if they
judge.
shared all yours, and you ain't like it, you'll still share just because they shared yours.
Yeah, I shared. I wouldn't even question it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, could you share this? You know what? I'm gonna share it, and you could come on my show.
All right.
You know?
Right. So, okay, so you got the podcast, you got the music and the new album,
Right.
you got the book.
Yes.
Can we expect any more books?
Yeah. I'm working on 2 books right now. One is like a book. It's a fictional book.
Oh,
Then
okay.
yeah, it's a fictional book, but it's pretty dope. And then I got another book called The Hunt Side. So it's gonna talk about my obstacles, my trials and tribulations,
Oh, okay.
recording it, me thinking that, the label that I was on at the time, I was thinking that, that they trying to cheat me, this, that, and the other, but they just was smarter than my motherfucking ass on the business side at the time.
Right.
So I actually came to my little sister like, man, they bootlegging my shit. She was like, okay, they bootlegging it, you getting it. It's everywhere. People will buy something they thinking that they ain't gotta pay for. So when it come out, they already gonna know. I was like, damn, okay. Shit, I ain't think about it like that. Let me get my head out my ass.
All right. So if I wanted to write a book,
Right.
what would be your advice to a person like me that I want to start writing my book? What would be your advice for a person like me?
Okay, my advice would be this. Since I'm your friend and I already published the book, even if I wasn't your friend and I already published the book, I would tell you because it would cost me nothing to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you and all the listeners of Lost Speaks. First, work on a good book. After that, you can hire somebody to do the artwork for you. You can hire somebody to put it in the proper format that it needs to be in. And then like far as distribution, like one thing that I found out from Amazon, I know somebody who printed, published the book and all of that shit. And at the time I wasn't trying to put a book out, but my wife was.
Oh, okay.
And crickets. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So I knew I wasn't gonna get no help. So like-minded people, they'll fuck with you. People
Okay.
hit me up like, oh, you got a book, this is what you trying to do. It was like, get it formatted in PDF and ebook format. After you do that, you could go through Amazon to get them to do it. So one thing about Amazon, if people want to buy the hard copy from Amazon, like if they buy the book, it's $2.50. So one thing about Amazon, I think they fair, you know. If every time I sell a book, I get $2.50, right? But Amazon will also print the books for you for the price that it costs them to print. So I was looking for all these other places to print my book. And one of my podcast homies, shout out to the one J of the Grown Man Logic, he said, look, Amazon, you know, for the price that they charge to print out the book, you could get that shit in bulk. I said, nigga, stop fucking playing. So I sell my book for $20 online. So if I sell one book, I get 8 times what Amazon pay me. You feel me?
Okay.
So I do marketing and shit, and I mostly been moving them on my website and at pop-up shop events.
Okay.
So I've been selling my books and my CDs.
That's what's up.
But if you trying to put a book out, just hit me online. I got you.
Oh, of course, yeah, man. Like if when I'm ready, or if I'm ready, I ain't gonna get too much out. I'm definitely gonna hit you up first.
Right. It ain't hard. And you know, see, that didn't cost me nothing to tell you that.
See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, because you never know, you might have somebody out there who need the information because they might be looking for somebody to tell them, and then because you know you got certain people that like to act like they got this secret formula, or they work for the FBI or something, like they holding, like, you know how Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob, like don't want nobody to find out that Krabby Patty formula thing.
Right.
They act like they be having the secret sauce, where it's something that is simple. You could just say, hey man,
right.
Go to these people. So
people don't understand, you still gonna have to do the work. So that's it.
So yeah. All right, man. Is there anything you want to leave with the listeners of Law Speaks? You know, any like last words?
Yes, I do. Make sure y'all follow my podcast, Rodes Live Podcast. It's available on all streaming platforms. That's RODES Live. I also got merch, new merchandise for my podcast. It's called Rodes Live Podcast.store. So go to my link tree. It's linktr.ee/RODES. The book is option 2 and the store is option 1. Everything else is underneath that shit. Or go to rodesonline.net.
Okay.
That's it, what's up, man. And salute to you and congratulations on 100 episodes. I'll be there in October, and I want everybody to know that Terrell is the one who inspired me to do a podcast. So
thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, and definitely let me know about when you decide when your 100 episode come up, man, because I want to be a part of that, man. I gotta commemorate that with you. Cause I actually listen to your podcast every week.
Oh man,
and if I miss it, I have to catch up. But I normally try to take time to listen to it every week. I don't think I missed the episode yet.
So me neither. Same here.
So I actually listen to your podcast every week. I mean, now I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all this before I let them go. I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I first heard his podcast, some of it seemed a little similar to Law Speaks a little bit, but I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, did he kind of format his stuff to somehow the same? Only difference was he had it was interview podcast, but
you know what? People say that I got an interview podcast. Most of the time, I just I do episodes by myself, and the people who I have on, I just be kicking it with them.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The solo episodes are great though. I like the solo episodes, but like I said, it is a great platform, man. Y'all tune in. Independent artists. That's another platform for y'all to get exposure. You know, just like here on Law Speaks. You know, it's a podcast to get exposed for music. Rodes Live is a podcast to get exposed for music. So y'all make sure send music to both of us. to both platforms because we got different listenership in different countries and everything. So, and we got different fan bases. So he don't got the same exact fan base that I got. So
what's your number one market?
UK.
Okay. What about here in America?
In America, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Chicago.
Oh, okay. My number one market is like it ain't Chicago, so
I'm about to say I think the most listeners are from Chicago.
Huh? Oh,
Chicago,
okay.
Indiana. Yeah, Chicago, Indiana.
Yeah. Mine's is Cali, New York, Boston, Philly, Phoenix, Atlanta. Like most of the places where I toured and did shows. So my music audience, you know, they hopped on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? But like I love Chicago, but you know.
I think that's as far as local, but we have way better luck overseas, to be honest.
Right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In places like London, UK, stuff like that. Them are places that
they big on hip hop.
Yeah, them are places that, but we play more than hip hop on here, but the artists we had were from them places, so they fans tuned in. Yeah,
but I'm saying like they big on music. They big on music in any genre.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening, for coming in, for being one of the first artists to support the platform. You know, we got to commemorate that. You was the first one to send music before everybody else called on and say, "Hey, I need to send music to these people." So
Right.
So, other than that, man, thanks for joining us, man.
Okay, one more thing. If y'all want a listening party, come to Law Speaks for it. If y'all want to get an interview, come to Law Speaks for it. And if you just want to hear some good unfiltered stuff that don't sound like nothing else, come to Law Speaks.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.